What's the most quintessentially Florida thing that you've ever done?
Oh God, I'm gonna embarrass myself probably. Tried gator tail.
Have you ever had like a Florida man moment?
I've done plenty of idiotic things in my life, like, on Mother's Day about 12 years ago when I decided to go for a bike ride and I got a flat and I fixed it and kept going and going and I was gone for like 4 hours Mother's Day morning. That didn't go well. I don't know if that's a Florida man thing, but was essentially stupid. That's me. Hi, I'm Dave Janicke. I'm a professor in the Department of Clinical and Health Psychology.
I like to start these with some sillier questions, so you can give me whatever answer pops into your head first. All right.
No. Yes, burritos. No, sorry. Okay.
So what's your favorite hot pepper variety?
Habanero. I mean, I love ghost peppers, but it's hard to love because they get pretty steamy.
What are some of your favorite travel destinations?
My wife and I love going to national parks and hiking. For me, my two favorite places are Zion and Glacier.
And what is one thing that always puts you in a good mood?
That's a tough one. I hope you're gonna have to edit this because I'm stalling for so long. Hanging out with my family and my daughters, seeing them engage, like going to the gym or doing things they love, right? And I think doing those things with them is probably one of the things that always makes me pretty happy. Saying another thing, I think it just happened last Friday when one of my students finishes a milestone project like a dissertation.
If you could swap jobs with any other faculty member at PHHP for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh, wow. I don't know if it's because of the day, but I think about swapping with the junior faculty member in some way and kind of taking all the things and the experiences that you've kind of gained and starting over and applying all those. Sounds in some ways like, why would I want to do this again? But I mean, I think being able to take those types of things, that would be pretty cool. On the other hand, switching jobs and maybe just becoming Jamie Pomeranz for a day and seeing all the havoc that he wreaks would be entertaining.
Your research focuses on child and family health. So what's the best piece of advice that you've ever gotten from a kid?
Two things. Don't try so hard to be funny. And another thing is, I guess, is the idea of be patient. Sometimes we're so pushy about, changes, especially in the health field. I think even though we feel like we're not, kids can take it, in that way. And sometimes I think just from their perspective, allowing them to come to some of their decisions in their time frame, it's tough.
So how did you get your start in clinical psychology?
So I grew up in Minnesota and I was a business and finance major. You're gonna get a long story here. I worked for Anderson Consulting Computer Programming for a number of years and just wasn't turning my crank. I was like, what am I gonna do? What else can I do? And in college, I sold books door to door a couple summers and it really got me interested in motivation. Like, what would motivate someone to do such an insane job and to pour through in some of the challenges that I did during my summer years? So I started applying to grad schools in psychology just to kind of study that. And eventually, after a couple attempts, I got into a master's kind of PhD prep program. So that's kind of how I got the direction. But I did a summer internship in Omaha. It really focused on kids' behavioral pediatrics and the lights came on. Loved it. It felt like such a perfect fit for me and onward I went.
What's one piece of advice that you'd give your younger self when you were in grad school?
Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. I always tell students that you need to be your advocate. You figure out what you want, you push for it, and you ask for it respectfully, nicely, but it's those students, I think, that really advocate for themselves and strive to get more opportunities and push for that is really kind of the most important thing. And also don't be afraid to fail because you're gonna fail. If you're not trying.
All right, anything else you want to add? Anything that you want to tell the people before you leave?
It is Monday. Tonight is the NCAA basketball championships. By the time you see this, we'll know what have happened. Go Gators, victory, sure. I predict.
If you say it, it'll happen.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how it goes.